ever.
Oh, yeah, it's not blended. That's an Indiana fade.
Yes.
They got no
fade away. I also think can't talk NBA hair without talking about to me there's two goats of NBA hair. AC Green's Jerry curl, Jack Sigma's perm. I'd throw in Reggie Theus's whatever the hell that was.
Also Michael Cage. I mean the Michael Cage Jerry curl.
You're gonna have to walk me through this. I don't actually know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I think if anyone will just Google, I'm going to do a trial run. I'm
Can
feeling
you
lucky.
describe
Google
it to
right
me?
now. Michael Cage curl is all I'm typing in. Oh, there it is. I mean,
describe it. Use your words.
It is like AC Green's best Jerry curl, but with more. There's like a part to it. It comes down more over the head. It looks like when you're choosing video game hair and you just want to choose like a thing. It doesn't look like it belongs on his head. Everybody just bless yourself. Google Michael Cage curl. I'm feeling lucky.
I just did that.
The images are unbelievable. Chuck, you're better at saying things. Describe it for John.
His hair looks like Lego hair. You know?
Yes.
Like it would be like snapped on the top of his head. And
I've
then
used that as an insult many times in my life. I don't know why.
Yeah, a Lego scalp, Lego wig.
Chuck, what's your hair transformative moment?
Well, it doesn't have to be hair. We're just talking physical change.
I can tell you what my least favorite.
So you're going Mike Bibby then, Keith?
Right.
Oh, that was scary.
That's unreal.
I think my least favorite is from Chris Bosh, from NBA player to patient in a doctor's office.
Oh no! Oh no!
My least
blood
favorite
therapy patient.
Yeah. All-star, perennial all-star to dude seeing a phlebotomist, and knows him on a first name basis.
Well, that's depressing, so I'm going to tell something funny. Likely apocryphal story from Magic Johnson, because I don't think Magic Johnson ever tells the truth, ever. But he says that they once canceled practice because AC Green's Jerry Curl Soul Glow got all over the balls.
That's good. All right, let's take a little detour into some non-basketball questions.
Do what?
Might get a little weird here. Steak Tips Burgundy asks, which cartoon character are you the most romantically attracted to?
So he means literally, so he can't say like Angelina Jolie or one of the Kardashians, like just a freakishly proportioned woman. We can't do any of that.
No, I don't think you can't say you're saying
although
an actor
Angelina Jolie
voicing
was
a character
kind of cartoony in that Beowulf thing, although she also had tentacles.
I mean, I think an obvious one.
Jessica Rabbit?
Yeah, I think Jessica Rabbit's the first one that pops to mind because that was confusing. I mean, wasn't that confusing? We were the right age when Jessica Rabbit came out. We were like, what's happening?
I remember pausing a VHS to see her panties.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, it's
I feel
a weird.
Like I have to answer this to be honest.
It's a weird, overt sexualization of. It was like the first in like a kid's PG movie where you're like, what's happening? This is strange.
That movie is filled with titillation and horror.
The end of
when Christopher Lloyd's eyeballs melt out and go crazy.
Nightmares for
terrible.
Weeks. I am still very impressionable. I was such an impressionable child, terrified about everything. I think I've told you guys before, like when I saw Universal Soldier at the age of 14, that's like legal age in some countries, I think. At the age of 14, like I couldn't sleep. I was so devastated and disturbed. It's just so violent. It's
at
so
14,
violent.
You should be like watching 2 porns at once.
Yeah, I had not, and I had not seen anything that graphically violent. Like just killing off a random.
I am 100% certain that both of the other members of the podcast had sex at age 14.
Yeah, you guys both lived a much different early
at
life.
age 14, I had a year of sex under my belt.
I think Chuck sired his first child at age 14.
I think it was a couple years later. I actually I watched Natural Born Killers when I was like 12. And I remember laughing my way out of. I laughed through the entire movie. I thought it was hilarious. because it was there was silly kind of violence, and I still think it's a silly movie.
I mean, it is a silly movie, but also, like, I think, I couldn't handle just the basic violence, like not being exposed to it.
The ears on the dog tags.
Yeah, just the opening, just like when you kill off a random guard, like a total red shirt or whatever. What's the Star Trek phrase? Like Black just person. A random killing. I'm like, that guy had a whole life ahead of him. Like, he might have a like I couldn't handle even just the basic like rated R action movie of just killing off random characters. Like, crazy. It really upset me.
Do we have another? Carmen CDs had prepared you for life, but I guess not.
Do we have any other cartoon characters who were the
most? I haven't chimed in yet.
Yeah,
I haven't chimed in yet. I'm going Cheetara from Thundercats.
Oh, let's get real.
She kind of had like a David Bowie vibe too. She was kind of androgynous, but with big boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baroness from G.I. Joe.
Baroness
from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
What's she hiding under that black leather and glasses, boys?
All right.
Scar from The Lion King.
Can we go video games? Can we go Tomb Raider?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Ariel from The Little Mermaid as a mermaid.
That's a movie.
Let's move to another question that also might go in a weird direction.
Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
I've done that, John. You've seen me taking Waffle House.
I have seen your Ursulas.
Justin Chairbear Barnett asks, he's just begging for something weird here, but he says, what weird thing do you do in a hotel room that you never do at home?
Cocaine. Next question.
Chuck, you want to weigh in?
Group sex.
Yeah.
Like you're leaning right into what he was hoping for. I'm going to say clean up. I clean up when I'm in a hotel room. I keep my hotel rooms clean. I put all my clothes in the drawers. Like
you are doing it wrong.
Yeah. I don't
this
clean
is
up at home.
Exact opposite of how you're supposed to live your life.
Yeah, might be.
This is some MCW level inefficiency. They are going to come in there and clean that area no matter what you do.
I know, but like when I'm in the hotel room, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to leave my jeans all laying over the chair here. I'm going to hang them up. I'm going to put them on a hanger. Look at these nice wooden hangers that are here.
Your poor wife.
I know. Good thing she will never hear this episode. It would be very upsetting for her. All right. Justin Chairbear Barrett also asks, in the event of Fast Break Breakfast reaching the Patreon goal of becoming a video podcast,
God help us all.
How hard would it be to prevent John from dressing like Don Cherry?
Inconceivably hard.
I am Googling Don Cherry.
He is a hockey night in Canada announcer who dresses in floral prints. It's Craig Sager. He should have just said Craig Sager. That's bad on you, Chair Bear.
No, it's Sager's. Sager's got a different kind of style. This is like kind of like
Canadian.
Yes, it's Canadian Sager.
Yeah.
This is an incredible man. I wish I knew about him much further in my past. Oh my goodness! He's covered in blood. I think it's a Valentine's Day.
That is the actual thing I know him from. That I saw that image and I remember actually Googling that. I mean, I tweeted about that when it happened. Yeah, it's like he's wearing a blood splatter, like Dexter wore an all white suit. He's like, oh yeah, this is my blood splatter suit.
But what?
Oh yeah.
What Justin doesn't get is I will equally wear as stupid an outfit as John, just in a different kind of way. I'll put on a giant gold chain and look like a professional rapper. And me and Burr together look like
professional SoundCloud rapper.
No. I look like a guy that sold tapes out of his trunk in the 90s. And I look like a retired Amish breakdancer. So me and Burr together, it'll be a fun video podcast just to mute and look at us.
What are we going to do about Keith?
Well, I mean, right now you guys can't see it. I'm wearing a sweater from the Gap that is just striped rainbow colors. I haven't showered in 5 days, comfortably 5 days.
That's not true.
I think it is true because I had work. I didn't have to go to work on Friday. I only went to one thing on Thursday. I think I've showered.
You got to take care of yourself, Keith. You're gonna get sick.
Yeah,
you're gonna get toxic shock syndrome from the baby dungeon.
And by the way, if you do want to see that baby dungeon on our Patreon, we put up
incredible footage.
A Chuck and Jon. It's like exploring
National Geographic,
the tomb of Tutankhamun. as they walk through the baby dungeon, exploring.
With Chuck as your Geraldo.
Narrating the things that are found. That can be available to you, I believe, for just $1. I believe you can actually join our Patreon for $1. It's actually possible you can get in and get out without ever having to pay. I'm not sure how Patreon actually works in that fashion.
You give us $1 one time and you can watch this video.
Yeah, it's worth it. So if you want to do that, again, patreon.com/FastBreakBreakfast. Another bonus, thing you get if you join for $1 is you could submit questions like this to the Croissant Query, especially on this big Thanksgiving cornucopia of Croissant Queries. Here is another question that is very Ringer-esque. It is not basketball related, and this was submitted from someone who decided to forego Patreon, but however PayPal'd us money because they didn't like the monthly commitment of signing up with a credit card. So, I mean, hey, if you want to PayPal fastbreakbreak@gmail.com, you can do that and also submit a question. Hassan Khan asks, please rank your favorite fast food chicken restaurants.
Oh, my God.
So I think a deep breath before we say anything. So everyone, deep breath.
I can't go first.
I mean, I think we should come up with at least some of we're including like KFC, Church's, Mrs. Winners.
Yes.
All right. So
I think we're excluding all others.
but then we're also including like the Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
A Popeyes.
Yes.
A Raising Cane's. I assume big national popular
I've
place.
never been there.
It is Guthrie's. If you know Guthrie's from the southern college towns.
Get you a gut box.
Guthrie's is currently my number one. So,
Guthrie's and Raising Cane's are very similar. Did I omit any big ones right there, Chuck or Jon?
So we're saying it has to have a drive-through, right?
I think it has to have it should have a drive-through, and an entree should cost under $9.
Okay, Chuck, go first.
Well, I'm saying, did I miss any? KFC, Church's, Mrs. Winners? Are there any other fast food chicken?
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A, Popeyes.
Church's.
What's the other one? Wait, what's the other one that's like Popeyes? I feel like I'm missing a big one. There's like a similar. Maybe it is. Anyway.
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Yep,
that's what I'm trying to think of. That's what I'm trying to think of.
So here's how I look at it. In my world, Popeyes is the Beyonce, and KFC and Church's are respectively the Kelly Rowland and that other girl.
Sure.
Like Church's is because those are in the South.
I think her name was Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Michelle Williams, that's who she was. But I think that analogy stands for the big three because those are the ones you see all around. Chick-fil-A is like whatever, Dolly Parton. Questionable people enjoy her the most, but overall great product and an really amazing personal service. Like
my number two. That's my number two.
Sorry, I just for the record, I found that analogy very troubling.
Was that?
Like I think Dolly Parton is universally better than Chick-fil-A in their respective fields. I know Chick-fil-A is beloved, but
I think Chuck's taking a smack at the country music fandom as a whole.
As a whole, it's just
that's completely fine.
No, I trust a Dolly Parton fan more than I trust a fan of almost any other country artist.
Man, everyone
loves Dolly Parton. And everybody loves Chick-fil-A. That's the point I'm making.
I got you. Okay.
But it's an amazing product that is
Reba McEntire fan?
No, I don't.
She's pretty awesome too, though.
Is she?
She was in Tremors.
If I had to rank chicken, now you put the drive-through in there, I would have thrown out Publix chicken. Hot. I mean,
Publix is the goat.
It's the goat chicken. If you can find a Publix supermarket in the South, go and get the fried chicken, but make sure it's around noon when that comes out of the fryer.
I think we have to throw out supermarket chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that counts. I've had some terrible experiences recently at the last two time I had at churches. It was horrifying.
I think churches